All right. So next up, we got a review of a certified public accountant website. So let me get this straight. We go from marijuana and CBD to a certified public accountant. All right. Not a problem, not a problem. So in this website audit, we are going to focus, based upon what I've seen, mostly on user interface, user conversions, and we'll do a little quick SEO audit as well. So thank you for submitting this site to me. But we got some issues that we got to take care of. This thing is not conversion friendly at all. Not conversion friendly at all. So, man, this is a big pill to swallow. No problem. We got this. First off, I'm going to take a look at what platform this is using. It doesn't even look like WordPress. I don't know, maybe like Joomla or something else. Looks a little dated, quite a bit dated. Frankly, it looks like, like a front page type of template or something like that. Yeah, so it doesn't look like, yeah, there's no WP content folder or anything like that. So it doesn't seem like this is WordPress. Yeah. Whoop, if I could type wp-login.php. Yeah, it doesn't exist either. All right, so I would highly suggest moving first and foremost to a platform that you're going to be able to find some more talent on. So WordPress is going to be my suggestion. Before you just move the whole site to WordPress, if I were you, I would find a design that you guys like. I would find a template that you guys like, and I would use that to start reshaping this site. So in terms of SEO, you got an issue here though too, because your pages are .php, right? So arlington.php, you got obviously lots of PHP pages. So I'm going to make sure that .php is the only other site extension or the only other URL extension. Yeah. All right. So what I would do then, as part of this build out, is I would do 3-1 redirects, and I do them via, with a wildcard. So basically anything that ended in .php automatically gets redirected to the non.php version, right? So, and this is going to be dynamic. So for example, /arlington.php would get redirected to /arlington. So you should just need to write this one time and do this 301 redirect one time, and it should automatically take care of moving from .php right into WordPress. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Let me know in the chat. Jamie says, check out WP Analyzer. Cool site or cool tech to be able to see behind a site and what they're using. Yeah, the problem is they're not even using WordPress. All right, so step one, what I would do is actually go grab all of these pages. So quick tune-up, services, cash management, right? And I'm gonna grab the body content, okay? And I'm gonna go put it in WordPress. into WordPress pages specifically, right? So this becomes a page, right? Because the rest of the guts, right? The header, the sidebar, right? The footer, that's all going to be controlled through the theme, right? So if you get a VA to go do this, right? And then pull over the navigation, let's see, is the footer different than the header? So home, about, services, newsletter, guides, tax center. Yeah. So we're really going to need two. So we're going to say header and footer. So this is all in this move to WordPress. Okay. When we install WordPress as well, we need to make sure we turn off indexing with WordPress. So while we're in staging, before the site goes live, we don't want Google to go crawl the new site, right, and freak out. So I'd have this on some type of staging environment, either on a separate domain or a subdomain or something like that. And we want to keep the indexing off. We don't want to trip Google up. So we'd rebuild all of this, and then we're going to pick a theme and finalize the design. So you're always going to have a home page. Looks like they only really have two templates that I've seen so far, right? Sub page and home page. Well, featured articles, get a free quote today. Yeah, I mean, I would separate it into two. All right. So that is all, guys, kind of WordPress move, okay? Let's tidy this up, and then we'll kind of go on to the next topic. So I'm going to do this, and then we're going to, once this is all done and approved, we're going to push the site live, and we're going to turn back on indexing of WordPress. So, and this can all be done inside of WordPress settings. So I think it's settings and reading, but you can just quickly Google that. All right, so that's the WordPress stuff. Next up, let's talk about kind of the conversion elements, and then we can jump into some minor SEO, kind of an SEO feedback. So from a conversion standpoint, I understand that this is a multi-location business. On the homepage, I wouldn't do that personally. I'd rather see a 1-800 number on the homepage, right? And then once somebody calls that, it's like press 1 for Arlington, press 2 for Frisco, right? I'd rather see that on the homepage. So basically just going to say here, one phone number on homepage, 1-800, and then an IVR to individual locations, right? Press 1 for, press 2 for, okay. So, again, I think at the end of the day, you need to get people to self-identify with what they need help with, right? When I'm looking at this site right now, you got tax prep, tax planning, tax problems, you got business, I'm sure you got personal then, right? You got like accounting with QuickBooks, right? You got estate planning. So if I were you, I would try to get the user to, again, self-identify what they need help with. Okay, because there's just too much here, right? Financial services for individuals. You got personal financial planning, retirement planning, estate planning, business services. I mean, look at these business services, right? Another way to do this, you're either going to want to put, I would either put like build out like a chooser, like we've talked about. We just talked about on the CBD. Chooser / quiz, right? Where they kind of self-diagnose or select their path. Or you could make a very blanket offer, right? And if you make a blanket offer, it's going to have to be good. It's going to be like get a free analysis, right? That's this dollar amount. And inside we're going to uncover, right? At least $10,000 in savings for your business a year, right? How you can save money on your taxes, how you can do this, how you can do that, right? And you'd have a blanket offer for business and for personal, right? So you'd have one for business, one for personal. It would kind of be a wrap-up audit to try to get people or to help diagnose themselves, right? Like you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, and you should do this, right? But that will help get people into your services. Okay, so either a chooser where they do it themselves, okay, or some type of blanket consultation type of offer. So basically in that consultation type of offer, you're just helping them make that decision for them. And this one, you're just letting them do it via the website. Questions so far? Just gonna try to make these notes a little more concise. Okay, so let's dupe this out, duplicate, and then let's talk about SEO. All right, so SEO feedback. So talked about WordPress, we talked about conversion elements. Now let's talk about SEO, the good stuff, my favorite stuff. First and foremost, let's take a look at the title tags. Got a lot of pages in here. All right, so one thing that concerns me is your pages look like they're very close to being duplicate. So what I mean by that is if you look at what's unique, right, title to title and description to description, most of it is 95% identical, right? So for example, this one, okay, like what's even different? This probably has, right, the rest of that title in it too. So it's a pure duplicate title tag, right? Then when you look at the description, take a look at our cash flow management page. Hinckley Cook PC is a full service tax accounting and business consulting firm located in Arlington, Texas. Take a look at so the only thing that changes in this whole description is recommended books and cash flow management, right? That's the only thing that's unique. So you're playing with this recipe kind of for disaster. So you want to work on a title tag and a description tag where you can get these to be more unique. Okay, they're just too similar. You're going to wind up getting yourself in trouble. So title tag and meta tag URL are the rewrite / rework to be less similar. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, you could easily write 3 to 4 templates and then switch up the variations, right? So that more than just the page name changed. Okay, you could easily have 3 or you could have 4 variations, and now you're not near as similar as the other pages on the site. Okay, so just a little tip there. Let's take a look. Arlington. Accounting firm. All right. Okay, so not on the first page. Let's say Frisco. Texas accounting firm. Hinckley. All right, so I don't see either. Dig a little further. There we are, second page. Okay. Look at this. Their URL has $mobile equals 0 as the indexed URL for their homepage. Ouch. All right, so page 2. Let's see if there are other page for Arlington versus Frisco is on page 2 as well. Yeah, so you're on page 2. So this title tag and meta rewrite would be good. You're on page 2 right now. So I would do a citation audit. You don't have a ton of work to do to get to first page. I would recommend a citation audit. And basically what you want to do is grab your competitors' citations and basically reference against the citations that you have and go get the ones you don't. Okay. Then let's take a look at your review count. That's strange. Just by typing in this phone number that's listed for this one listing, the GMB should be popping up. So which number did I copy? 1040. So Arlington. So the Arlington location should be popping up right now, and it's not. So let's do a search. So we uncovered something interesting. So let's make a note of it, and then we'll dig in a little further. Let's do a search for the brand. Hinckley Cook. And I can't for the life of me spell this correctly. Hinckley Cook PC. And we're going to say Texas. So I'm just trying to get GMB to pop. Here we go, right here. So at the end of the day, you got both listings inside of GMB. This one links to Frisco. This one links to the homepage. So I would definitely have this one linked to the page, right, that is relevant for it, right, the location page. So GMB. So which one was that? That was Arlington. So So now that we got that, just want to do HINCKLEY plus. So I'm just going to do a search for Hinckley plus this phone number and see what we find. So we're going to say, not including their own site. It's weird. Okay, here we go. 159. It's actually quite a bit. So kind of strange though that it's not popping. So I would definitely get some more reviews on this location. So at least I would say try to match this other one. So Arlington needs 11 reviews. Okay, so then the only thing we didn't look at is in GMB, kind of where this thing's ranking. So let's do a search for Frisco, Texas, accounting firm, and then let's specifically look at GMB and how they're ranking. Google loves me. All right, so yeah, 16 reviews. You probably want to pop probably like up to 20 or so reviews in the next, I would say 60 days, kind of overall lift the account so that you kind of make everybody else shadow you in terms of your number of reviews. I don't see it ranking at all. Hinckley. Did I miss it, guys? Howard Tiano says, how do we get our Google ad in the 3-pack? It's just part of a Google Ads campaign. Unfortunately, Howard, you can't directly say, like, I want to target Google Maps specifically and only Google Maps, and here's what keywords I want it to fire on. It doesn't work at all like that. Like, you basically have little to no, you have basically no control over it. So I don't see it ranking here. Let's look in Arlington. Hinckley, Cook, PC. So Arlington, man, you could probably get in the top 3 in the next 60 days, no problem. And the reason I say that is you're 1, 2, 3, listing number 6, right, with 0 reviews. Take a look at. Sorry, I wanted to see kind of how many citations or how many pages out there are talking about Arlington and I don't know why this doesn't want to work right. Anyway, it doesn't look like there's many citations, is kind of what I was getting at for the Arlington location. So citation audit should be good too. So at the end of the day, there you go. You got my WordPress and site move feedback. And guys, that should go for any site moves that you got to do. This is kind of the overall process that you got to go through. And then we went through the conversion elements. And finally, last but not least, the SEO feedback as well.